The parts you will need to service the front wheel bearings on your 1994 through 2001 Yamaha YZ125 are a front wheel bearing and seal kit and general purpose grease. Before you start this service, throw your bearing kit in the freezer for a few hours. If you don't have parts yet, you can get all the parts and tools you need through the link below. Removing the front wheel bearing does require fire, so arrange your workspace accordingly. Start with the brake side of the wheel bearing facing down. Pry out the old seals with a tire spoon and a shop towel. Clean the hub and old bearings as much as you can. Insert your drift from the non-brake side up to, but not touching, the brake side bearing. Work your drift around to dislodge the distance collar, giving you access to the inner bearing race. Place your wheel on 2x4s so it rests on either the hub or the rim, not the brake disc. Heat the hub, not the bearing, directly for 60 seconds. This makes the aluminum hub expand slightly, which relieves the pressure on the steel bearing. Flip your wheel over and tap the inner bearing race with a long screwdriver or pry bar. You may need to pry the collar around the hub to remove the bearing evenly. Do not strike the bearing race too hard, or it may break. Then you have to cut the outer bearing race out of the hub. Not only is this annoying, but it could potentially damage the hub. Repeat the heat and beat process for the other side, except this time you can use a socket. Clean and inspect the hub, distance collar, and axle for any signs of wear or damage. File off any burrs or chips and carefully sand off any corrosion. Do not remove any material when smoothing the ends of the distance collar. The distance collar needs to be an exact length to work properly. If the ends are damaged, the collar needs to be replaced. Once everything is cleaned and smooth, test fit your new bearings. They are a driven fit, so they should not slip into the bore. If your bearings do slip into the bore, you will need to replace your hub. I am installing an All Balls front wheel bearing kit. I've been using All Balls wheel bearings for a while with good results, and you can get this same kit through the link below. Start with the non-brake side bearing. Set your wheel on the 2x4s so only the hub is supported. Start by lightly heating the hub. A warm hub and frozen bearings make installation easy. Align your new hub square with the bore. Align your socket to the outer bearing race and start tapping the bearing into the bore. As you go, you can make slight corrections as needed. For the brake side bearing, insert the axle into the hub from the opposite side, then add more 2x4s so the axle sits slightly above the hub. The axle will now be the guide to align the distance collar with the brake side bearing. Install the distance collar and repeat the bearing installation process. Apply a disgusting amount of grease to the bearing seals, then drive them into the bore. Make sure to visit fixyourdirtbike.com for the detailed step-by-step walkthrough. You can follow me at fixyourdirtbike across all social media, and if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments or direct message. Thanks for watching, and make sure to like and subscribe.